Wait, who's the dude that's like into banging horses or something like that? Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today we're jumping into r/TalesofNeckbeards. Actually, it comes from our personal subreddit r/ReddX reads. Hopefully, you're able to tell from either the title or the thumbnail that it is Linkbeard, part number 2, coming at you nice and hot. I mean, 24 days ago, but still, there's lots of preservatives. It's fresh enough. You're gonna like it, I promise. Just put it in your mouth. Trust me on this one. Like I said, it's science. Linkbeard didn't turn out to be so much of a creep in part 1, or rather, he's just kind of stealth creeping, being a little bit weird, but hopefully things will get turned up a notch or two in this episode. If you missed the first part, go ahead and check out the link in the description or the card that I put in the upper right corner of this video. And yes, indeed, you can relive that cringe. Oh, what a treat. Isn't technology wonderful? Speaking of wonderful technology, thank you guys so much for bumping my podcast. We broke a new record high for podcasts downloaded yesterday, which is super amazing. The Discord's sitting at like 1,300 members. The subreddit is 1,200 members. Things are just blossoming, and it's absolutely beautiful to see, and I have all you guys to thank for it. So, let me thank you with just a little more cringe, for that is how I prefer to be paid and to pay my debts. So let's get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some Tales of Neckbeards cringe. The Legend of Linkbeard, Part 2. Petty pony problems. Peter Piper picking pickles over here. Yeah, we're gonna see some Epona action. Link can't be Link without Epona. Isn't that the truth? Well, see, here's the problem, Linkbeard. You're not actually Link. The hero of time does not exist in this D&D game. Or it's not even D&D. It's just a generic RPG horror story. And I hope I can remember which voices I gave to who. Let's see. Hello, everyone. It is I, Potato. Hi, Tiny Hairy Potato. And I'm here to tell you all the next part in the tale of Linkbeard. Sorry I hadn't posted the next part sooner, but, you know, life happens. Food poisoning happened, and I tried and failed to build a smoker. No, don't smoke. Oh, you talk about like smoking meats or something like that? Is that why the food poisoning happened? I got a lot of questions here. But yeah, I did pick this series up largely because Potato just continues to write. So I'm like, oh, snap. We got a whole saga laid out before us. Just beautiful. 6 parts. I can dive on in and I don't have to worry about like when the next part is coming. Which is a good tip if you're really trying to get your story read. Anywho, to sum up the previous story, my friend Dungeon Master decided to run a Zelda-themed homebrew game. Sounds good, and really it was going fine, and the only really weird thing that happened was Linkbeard's obsession with Princess Zelda. I would like to say that most of the conversations are paraphrased from my mashed potato memory and retellings from others within the D&D group, mostly Dungeon Master. See, the first one is not too bad. I think we're going to start cranking it up in the next one. So far, it was just whatever. Linkbeard didn't seem so bad. He was mildly annoying at most so far, but his beard tendencies weren't super prominent, at least at that time. Somebody pointed out that when he stole a bag of chips at the end of the game, entitled to other people's stuff, that was a good call. Definite beard move there. But I think we're going to get a little bit more of that today. Because in part 1, if anything, we were just seeing the very tippy top of the gigantic fedora-clad iceberg. Once again, gathered at Dungeon Master's house, and we all started up Session 2. So in this particular saga, it all revolves around a horse. Yes, a horse. A fucking in-game, not real horse. Wait, who's the dude that's like into banging horses or something like that? We gotta be very careful with phrasing when it comes to horses. I think Akira was his name. But, I mean, don't do that to horses, even if they imaginary. Just please don't. Really, the whole thing is so fucking stupid. Also, side note, Linkbeard was once again annoyed that I sat next to Nina, and Ori, Nina's boyfriend, sat on her other side. And on another side note, Linkbeard didn't bring any snacks. Again. Now's the time to address it. Be like, look, you gotta pay the troll toll. Give me some chips if you want to sit on this game. I've been sitting around preparing all week and you can't even fill my belly. Although, usually I think the Dungeon Master's the one that's like expected to provide, which is totally fucked up. Then the players just show up and have a good time and one person's stuck with all the work. Like every group project ever. But I digress. Things went well for the first hour or so, with us traveling to the Sheikah village. We fought a few monsters and had a few random encounters. Dungeon Master prompted us a few times, ever so slightly, to promote some roleplay to build up our characters' relationships with each other, and it was actually really cool. Ah yes, my little band of misfits traveling all over Hyrule, or wherever I guess. There's a lot of settings in Legend of Zelda. It's not all Hyrule. What the fuck is it? I think it's Hyrule. Why don't we go run around Clock Town for a little while? See how that goes before the moon crashes into us and kills us all. But anywho, Ori and I bonded over gemstones. As in-game, my mother was a jeweler, and Ori was a Goron that lived on Death Mountain. So there were plenty of gems up there as well. Although he's probably more interested in eating them as a Goron. I don't really remember too much about what everyone else was talking about, but I do know that we got some good bonding experiences out of that. All except Linkbeard. He wasn't very talkative, and seemed to be more antisocial and lone wolf than Akira. Akira was made to be the special snowflake, lone wolf type. Then things suddenly changed when we got to the horse stable. There we learned that there was a large field behind the stable where wild horses roamed. Ah boy, here we go. Whip out your ocarina, play Epona's song or something like that. Oh wait, you're not the person that you're imitating this entire time. Like really, he just wants to play Ocarina of Time, but in a tabletop version. It's so ridiculous. Why not have a new adventure? That could be pretty fun. Run from what's comfortable. Linkbeard suddenly got very excited.
How many horses are there? What colors? Can we tame them?
Why would you want to tame a horse?
Fast travel, of course. Like, if we have to get somewhere quickly, we'll need someone with a horse to do so,
wheezed Linkbeard. Ah yes, our reliable messenger. Linkbeard seems to be the lone wolf type, which makes me think that he's gonna start, like, having some friction with Akira, which is pretty interesting considering that Bourgeois Beard had some friction with a beardy rival in the story from yesterday. What's going on with all these beard battles lately? From a strategic sense, it wasn't too bad of an idea, as Ori was a giant fucking rock person, and Nina, being a bird person, decided to hang back and gather some information in the stable. So the party that was trying to get a horse was two Hylians, Linkbeard and Akira, a Zora, who was Ludo, and a Gerudo, that was me. Linkbeard scoffed.
Why would a Zora need a horse anyways? Like, what's the point? And a Gerudo's too big to ride a horse. They'd probably break the horse's back and kill it.
Oh yes, Linkbeard. We can't all pretend to be as slender as you in-game. What the hell? And why did the two weirdos end up picking Hylians? That's just unfortunate. I rolled my eyes. I might be a fat ass in real life, but I should also be able to ride a horse. And while Azora might need a special saddle, who cares? Besides, the more people attempting to get a horse, the better, right? We'll have higher odds of actually getting one, maybe two if we're lucky.
Whatever. What color are the horses?
Focusing on the real important stuff. Dungeon Master rolled some dice and let us know that we saw some brown and black and blue and even pink horses with various spotted patterns. Linkbeard wrinkled his nose at that and seemed completely disinterested in finding a horse now.
There's no point,
grumbled Linkbeard as he scratched his weird puby beard.
I'm going back to the stables.
And so he did. What just happened? He was so insistent until they didn't have the color that he wanted. Even if you're like buying a horse in real life, you don't buy it for the color. It's all about the personality. Same goes for anything really. Rat, dog, cat. Don't pick it based on the color. That's stupid. Akira managed to get a black horse that he named something edgy. Probably Midnight or Black Blood or something equally edgy to match his edgy character. I would give him people names like Paul or Richard. I think Ori suggested something like Soul Taker, Keeper of Death and Dismay. I do remember that Nina suggested Ponyo. Yay, ham! Horses love ham. So does Ponyo.
It's ham! Careful, Dot!
Ludo, despite Linkbeard's scoffs, only just managed to tame a blue horse. Oh, that's matchy. That's real nice. Now, after Linkbeard scoffed and said,
My character couldn't ride a horse,
I decided to be a little petty and asked DM if I could find the strongest looking horse. He made me roll a D100 and he went through a table. After a few seconds, he describes the events that would set Linkbeard off this time. Okay, said DM. The horses you see around you probably wouldn't be able to hold your weight. From what you can see, you don't see a suitable horse. Linkbeard gets this shit-eating grin on his face like,
he knew he was right.
DM continues. Do you want to move deeper into the field? Yes.
There's no point,
said Linkbeard.
Just leave it.
Don't be a dick, Linkbeard, said DM. If Potato wants to look for a horse, she can, just like everyone else. I didn't get all bitchy when you decided that you didn't want to look for one.
Whatever.
And it's still a mystery to me why he decided that he didn't want to look for one. You could have a pink horse. You could name it Tom. Why do you not want this? DM just rolled his eyes and talked about how my character went into a valley and found the horse. The horse that would cause Linkbeard to absolutely flip his shit. DM described a brown horse with a white mane and tail and feet. Now, to someone who isn't a Zelda fan, you might just assume that this is a regular horse. But it is not. Bro, OP found Epona. How did I know that this is where it was going? God damn it. Can we just have a nice little story that is only vaguely connected to the games? The horse is not Epona. It just looks like Epona. And I guess that's why Linkbeard gave up, because that is the color of horse that he was looking for. Like I said, why don't you just go home and play Ocarina of Time? There's no point to ruining everybody else's game with your Link roleplay. OP elucidates. You see, dear reader, in Legend of Zelda games, there are a few recurring characters besides Link that appear in several games. Impa, King Rome, Tingle, the weird ghost hand in the toilet, and then there is Epona, the legendary horse that first appeared in Ocarina of Time. This horse is Link's horse, and Linkbeard, being, well, Linkbeard absolutely flips his shit again.
Hey, what the fuck, DM?
He yelled.
She can't have that horse.
Oh boy. I wonder if the Dungeon Master did this on purpose, just to see his reaction, or if this is all incidental, because I probably would stir the pot.
Dude, chill,
said Ori.
it's just the horse. Calm down. Let her roll for it if you want to live.
Everyone else quickly agreed with Ori, and effectively shamed Linkbeard into finally shutting the fuck up. And so, somehow, with a nat 20 on animal handling, I managed to tame that horse. Naturally, I'm a petty bitch, and I named said horse Epona. Linkbeard was seething. Now, could I have been nicer to Linkbeard? Yes. Am I the kind of asshole that will also be petty? Yeah, also yes. But to be fair, my petty attitude towards Linkbeard came from a mix between him freaking out for no reason twice now, and the fact that he was mooching snacks off of everyone else again. Yeah, you got his number all right. The reasons might seem petty for now, but I'm sure they will only grow. So yeah, it pissed me off. Ludo and Akira were already back at the stables, and they registered their horses, locking in that their horses were theirs. It was then that Linkbeard tried to convince me to hand over my horse, like the dense motherfucker that he is.
Hey, Potato, you should give me your horse.
Why?
I want to roll persuasion to make her hand over the horse.
What? You can't roll against another player. Are we going into PvP right now? DM looked kind of annoyed, but for some reason, let it happen. Okay, but you're gonna have to roll with a disadvantage. Linkbeard looked extremely pissed, like he was going slightly pink with rage.
Why at a disadvantage?
Because Potato was looking for a very specific horse. A horse that you yourself pointed out was fit for a Gerudo. Potato knows that this horse is the best horse for her, and you would have to roll incredibly high in the open where everyone can see for her to even consider letting you take that horse. Linkbeard is pissed, but he rolled at a disadvantage. Well, to sum up, I kept the horse, registered it as mine at the stables, and Linkbeard was quietly pissed off for the rest of the session. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Get a little blessed silence going on in here. All you gotta do is make this guy really upset at the very beginning of the session, and he'll shut the hell up the entire time. Honestly, he's still not even that bad. I mean, he's pulling some annoying moves, but I think we have yet to see the real beardery start to come out, you know? But yeah, at the time, I thought he was just a salty little bitch, because
he wanted a horse that looked like a pony.
I later asked DM how I actually got that horse, and he let me know that I had about a 3% chance of actually getting it. So Linkbeard was pissy and moody, more moody than the actual edgelord character, which both Akira and I found very amusing. The others played it off as Linkbeard being tired because of all the effort to get the horses, which he abandoned before he even started. But okay, a fine narrative indeed. I can't remember why, but we ended up leaving the horses at the stables and walked to Kakariko Village as guided by Akira. This was his hometown after all. We caught up with a few people, and before we could even meet the village chief, we were sent off on a side quest to take care of some monsters. Oh yeah, let's get some quality murder hoboing done today, ladies and gents. I remember this quest pretty well, because it introduced a recurring joke villain. Melon Lord, the Bokoblin! A semi-powerful Bokoblin who existed only to gather less powerful Bokoblins to steal melons. He managed to run away before we could kill him, but the encounter was a success overall. It was one of the times that Linkbeard wasn't a complete asshole or tried to get the killing blow. I can only assume that he was getting a feel for the DM's slightly modified combat system. joke villain. I absolutely love that idea. I never DM, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that into my non-existent notebook. So we got to talk with the village elder, some old man, and he's not just some old man, he's the village elder. Show some respect. And we introduced ourselves, talked about some random stuff, and we eventually got the info that we needed. The old man was the great uncle to the Sheikah that was currently the personal bodyguard of the queen. We got the next plot point and a few side quests before the session ended. Everyone packed up and we were all heading out. That's when Linkbeard pulled me aside and talked to me.
Hey, you need to give me that horse.
He wheezed. We're still on this? Okay, bro. OP says no.
Why not? It's not like it affects your character or anything,
he whined.
That horse is perfect for my character arc.
Yeah, let me guess. You awakened 7 sages and all this bullshit. It's boring. Go home. Play the character arc solo player all by yourself as much as you want, because we're trying to have a new adventure here, you see. I, being a little sister, and mastering both the act of bullshitting to get my way and seeing through said bullshit because my sister was just as big of a bullshitter as I was, this looked and sounded like, complete bullshit. Yeah, what a bunch of bullshit. Why, I asked. The only one that would kind of need Epona would be Link, and there is no Link in this game, Linkbeard. Plus, if it's so crucial to your character arc, why not talk to Dungeon Master? Maybe my horse just has the color pattern. There could be a real Epona descendant somewhere out there.
Yeah, but you called it Epona.
I call the first mount in every game I play Epona, which is true. I even nicknamed my red Loftwing from Skyward Sword Flying Epona. Flying Epona. Oh god, I usually name my mounts Richard. And then there's a joke about horse dick somewhere in there, but we're not gonna go there right now. After I reprimanded Akira earlier on.
Well, you shouldn't call it that.
Are you telling me how to play my character?
You don't have to be such a bitch.
And you don't have to be such a dickless wiener face about not getting an imaginary horse. Linkbeard looked fucking pissed. I probably shouldn't have called him a dickless wiener face. I could have come up with a much more creative insult for his shitty attitude. Thankfully, it was about this time that the Dungeon Master came over and easily walked Linkbeard out the door. That's right, it's time for you to get the hell out of my house. Please don't steal any more bags of chips. They stayed outside for a little bit before Dungeon Master came back in, shaking his head.
Potato, you're a jerk.
Is this because I was mean to Linkbeard?
Try to tone back the bitchiness. You know I love your energy, but Linkbeard's the kind of guy that hasn't been around women.
So now you're gonna shovel this off onto the OP? I understand the DM wanting to bridge the gap, but this is not the way, my dude. So he's a low-key misogynist?
Yeah.
Look. He just acknowledges it. Yeah, we're gonna keep him in the game still. Jesus.
Look, I don't care if you clap back when he talks shit, but try not to start any shit, okay?
Okay, on one condition. Mario Kart. And after that, Dungeon Master and I ended up playing Mario Kart and getting drunk. It was a night that I hardly remember. Homemade limoncello is damn strong. Isn't that the Danny DeVito liquor? But you made it at home? Oh, Danny DeVito would be proud.
I'm the trash man. I eat trash.
I'm the trash man. And then I start eating garbage.
I'll try and update sooner with the next part of this train wreck. Well, I'll be honest, I don't know if we're into full train wreck territory. There's just a little tinge of cringe, and that's okay with me, honestly. I think that mostly has to do with the fact that we're just experiencing a tabletop horror story. So luckily it doesn't carry over into real life, because that's where the truest, deepest, most horrible cringe happens. And I don't like that none too much. I mean, every once in a while it's okay, but sometimes I need a little mental health break. And stories like this, yeah, it's nice. It's the reason that I love Bowler Beard so much. But of course, I will be looking forward to the further devolution of Linkbeard. I hope that you guys are as well. If you are, I hope you like, comment, and or subscribe. That is the biggest brain play, except for maybe sharing. That's like the ultimate mega biggest brainest play. Sharing the videos around helps to spread the channel, and I basically can't do what I do unless that happens. So thank you very much in advance. We also got some links in the description, plugs, playlists, podcasts. Yes, indeed. I'm everywhere, including my social medias, Twitter, Discord, Facebook. Come on through, say hello. I'm also on Patreon, and I'd like to thank my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons, Jerry Much, as I do every video. So thank you, Robert Waits, Baron Von Waggy Pants, Jarhead Jerry, Oorah, Logan Wolf, TSM Kirby, Crafty Clown Jerry, Hong Kong, Aaron W, Twisted Child, Cinnamon Susie, Danny Jerry, Nerdnick, For Old Lang Syne, Fire Drake, Giggle Jerry, Irari, the most different Jerry spelling, Livers and Loves Jerry, so does ReddX, Mr. Anime Manga Fan, Rogue, Silent Revolver, Magda Lamarche Thorn Rose, Jerry, the OG, that's right, the original, Becca, Jerish Kitsune, Little Lone Wolf, Vanilla Mel, Satori, 211 Jerry, the return of Jerry, a jury of juggling Jerrys, Althea Blue, Anunnaki, Assassin Pug Jerry, Bang Bang, Atheist Jerry, Too Euphoric, Grizzly, Bailey Joy, Bearded Jerry, watch out for that guy, Bitch Gravelin, Blade the Hero, Blameless Fish, Blip Bloop Jerry, Camille Sarah, Commander J Tank, Deltarune Jerry, Dennis Dayton, Dinosaur Nightlight, Disposable Waifu, Aaron Lennox, Frozen Over Studios, Gypsy, Hadrian BR, Heathcliff, Itchy Nuts, just scratching bro, a Pimp Ninja Crisp, JM Coon, Jennifer Schaefer, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry the Smoke, Jerry the other Jerrys, Jerry the Outlaw Mother Trucker, bonk bonk, John Hero, Jolly Black Jerry, Sibufa, cause if your boofing is free, K Jerry W, Kajow, Crewhee, Lady Jerry, Nix Tom, Legend Jerry, Miss Monday, Lord Lionel, Jackus Rule, Milgar the Destroyer, Mint Jerry Chip, the freshest of the Jerrys, my boy that one, Nick, Natari, Nightmare Jerry, oh no, Origami Jerry Steve, congrats on the marriage, Panda Prince Jerry, Bamboo, Phantom of the Pines, Jerry Kinson, Jerry Beth, Rose Jerry Miller, TSM Kirby, Sarita the Lolita, Serrated Ash, SSJ3 Red Ramtide X, that's Mr. J, Staples aka Jerry Yeet, Stephanie Goodner, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tomago, Tapioca Boogaloo, Tato Ferret, Teddy the Police, Tenta Monster, That One True Fusky, The Marble Jerry. Oh wait, Jerry Marble. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Tom, but it's the Jerry on the inside that counts. Treeberg, but Jerry Monologues. Will Mags, Conrad Mooney, Kira, you're a wizard, Jerry. Redwind, Amy Prince, welcome to the fold. Goose says honk, Naga Viper, Saints Blessing, John Endors, a normal Jerry. We are Jerry. Resistance is futile, Beard. Prepare to be washed. We gonna scrub you real good. Hunter of Jerry's, Devourer of all things tasty, it is Tom. Admiral T, Tank, Alunia, Amara, Atomic Jerryzilla, AZ, Banished Knight, Barbushka's Irradiated Jam, Broken Spine, Horseradish. The original different Jerry, that's Cake Jerry. California Jerry Girl, Canadian Lynx, Carrot Jerry, God of Veggies, Good for Your Eyes, Chia Jerry. Chris Meska, Cinnamon Buddy Dog, Corporal Admiral, Lieutenant Private General, Tigerian Princess Furry Warrior, Woo Jerry. I don't always read it out, but when I do, I fuck it up. Cryptides, Cuban Jerry, Devon Jerry, Electrical Fennec, Ever-Changing Jerry and Tom versus B Apocalypse, Ghost of Alpha, HMT Mayor, Holy Berry Jerry, Hydra Jerry, Irish Jerry, Jerry Binks, Misa like your name. Jerry was a race car driver. Jerry Aldo Rivera. Jerry Bean. Yum. Jerry Roxers. Yay. Jerry role-playing game. Judge. Jerry, and Executioner, but mostly Executioner. King Tom, smasher of Jerryzillas. Kitsakin, Crafty Kitty Cat, Life of Guardian, Little Ann Woods, maybe next time, Midnight Sun, Milk-Fed Gimp, Miss Duchess, Not Invisible Angel, I see you, One Leg Jerry, Organic Ham, Princess Rosalie Jerry, congrats on the marriage, Ghosty, Raptor Art, She's My Jerry Pie, Silurian King, Snary, that's Nom Jerry, Spoonie the Rogue, Steampunk Ellie, that one green Jerry, the Necro Jerry Con, the original Jerry, not, the most different Jerry, maybe, to Infinite Jerry and beyond. And Un-Jerry. And also Tom promised Jerry swears. Oh no, bad Jerry. Tom, be a good boy. Don't swear. It's just a fact. Totally science. Go. Look it up. Another ReddX video, etc. And also thank you to my $1 patrons. Good Lord, you guys. I'm loving the love on the Patreon. It's just a beautiful thing to see. Who would have imagined that it would have gotten this far? We are at 175 patrons. That's damn near 200. What? That's so crazy to me. And the video retention is still holding out pretty well, over 50%. So thank you guys so much for watching to the end, if you have. Obviously, I do hope some more people will sign up on the Patreon, but if you can't do it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you'll come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like, watching some more ReddX videos. It's a good idea. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one. And until then, friends, bye-bye.